course, off to another strong start. Was very excited with the way Flip Murray played the other night. As you see our officiating crew, Ronnie Garrettson, the crew chief. And for Detroit, John, you know, they had a very disappointing end to their season last year as they lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals, and it's like they have something to prove, and they're under the radar, and they like that.
Well, they've always felt they've been on the radar, even when they won the title against the Lakers in 2004.
They've been a good road team, and so far this year, they're 4-2 on the road. They've been away from the Palace quite a bit in the early going. Some of the matchups, Kwame Brown being guarded by Max Seal, as Kobe Bryant misses, and Rip Hamilton will get the start on Kobe Bryant, but he'll also get plenty of help.
He better. 8 out of 10 for the Pistons on the road to start the year. If they could get back at 7-3 or 8-2, that'd be a wonderful start for them to start this year.
Both teams with difficult schedules to begin in the road mark. And as Fisher brings it up, Pistons last year played very well out west, 10-5 in their games on the road. Kwame Brown on a pretty feed from Fisher.
Well, Derek Fisher back in a Laker uniform, and what a great guy to have on your team. So professional, comes out every day in practice, does the right things, and he is the leader of this team.
Phil Jackson used 2 words to describe him as Rasheed Wallace misses: reliable and leader. In a league that sometimes is devoid of real true leaders, as the ball knocked loose, Derek Fisher is certainly one of them, and Jackson very high on the veteran, and also a bit surprised on how well this team has started. Let's face it, it was a recipe for disaster with the trade requests from Kobe Bryant, the rumors that are flying every single day, yet they've played well.
And they were awful in the preseason. Phil Jackson talking to us earlier, just saying how worried he was about this team, and they've beaten some good teams, and they played some very difficult teams to start the year.
Prince, who's been scoring quite a bit last couple of games, knocks down that shot.
Well, the absence of Chauncey Billups, I'm sorry, Mike, Tayshaun Prince has got to score, and what a guy to have to do that. I mean, it takes a special player to be able to accept a role on this team. This guy could go to other teams and score 20 a night. We all know that.
As Cook knocks down a 3. Ryan Cook likes the downtown range, and the Lakers lead by 3.
But Tayshaun Prince accepting the role, knows that he's not going to get 15 shots every night. He might get him some nights. The next night it might be 5, and he doesn't care. He's all about winning.
How about Kwame Brown? Nice defense poking it away from Wallace. Again, Lakers have beaten some good teams as their start of the season. 7 of the first 9 games against playoff teams from last year. Odom, good power move. And he's back and healthy. Missed the entire preseason. First 4 games with the left shoulder surgery. And he also just the other day tore a tendon in his right pinky finger. But he's playing with that. Hamilton poked away, but a reach-in foul. A little chippy play early.
Kobe looked like he took one in the eye there. Lamar Odom. He reminds me a lot of Tayshaun Prince, but he's got a little bit more strength than Tayshaun, and that time used him, backed him off. Nice little spin move and used his strength to get in the paint. You know, if he didn't have any bad luck, he'd have no luck at all.
Yeah,
he seems to be hurt all the time.
Nice crossover move. It has been that way for Odom for a long time. When he's been healthy, he's always a guy that has a possibility of a triple-double. Very versatile player. Excellent passer as he sets up Fisher. And Kwame Brown can't control it. Pistons ball. Flip Saunders now in his 3rd season as head coach. And he likes the way his team's playing. A lot of coaches like to downplay, but he says, you know, we're in pretty good shape right now. Murray, Flip Murray knocks it down.
A Statue of Liberty shot there. He kind of held the ball there, and the defender didn't come over, and he used the glass nicely. Flip Murray, a guy that can absolutely fill it up. And he played great in Golden State the other night with 12 assists to go along with his 15 points as Kobe gets fouled by Rip Hamilton.
So Hamilton picks up his first. These two are old buddies. Of course, Rip Hamilton from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, which is about 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia, where, of course, Kobe Bryant spent part of his youth, Lower Merion High School, and they knew each other very well back then. So they've been playing against each other, and a little AAU ball with each other since they were teenagers. And again, we talked about this earlier. Rip Hamilton, he enjoys the challenge of guarding Kobe Bryant. You can't believe that.
Well, you're just out there having fun, chasing around a guy that's capable of going for, what, 82 in a game? Oh, boy. But Rip Hamilton, a guy that can run all night.
Pass into Murray. Had it poked away by Cook. Nope. Flew off his own hands. And it's a Laker ball. Lakers offensively have been a pretty good team. They're third in the NBA in shooting, sixth in scoring. What's hurt them is turnovers. It has absolutely killed them at times. 28th in the league in turnovers. As Fisher comes up short.
Too unselfish is what some of the guys have said. Derek Fisher in particular saying that they're trying to make the extra pass when it's not there. Go ahead and take shots. Once you get the ball to one side of the floor and it comes back to the other, go ahead and take the shot.
I would say overpassing is a much better thing to have. Oh, nice catch. Threw it behind him, and Rasheed Wallace made a pretty play.
Rasheed Wallace playing excellent basketball here to start the season. Getting down the block a lot more, which is something that I think Flip Saunders has wanted to see the last 3 years. Although he is shooting better from the three-point line than the two-point area.
Fisher, count it, and a foul. Derek Fisher off the dribble. And a chance for a three-point play.
No help defense there. Rasheed Wallace with a swat at Derek Fisher, but too late.
And the big call there is it's on Hamilton. That's his second. So with Billups not playing tonight, Hamilton sits down with 2 fouls. The rookie from UCLA, Aaron Aflalo, will come into the game. And he's getting some time and has been impressive. They have a lot of hopes for Aflalo. He was their first-round pick. Back in his grounds here after playing 3 years at UCLA. Bad pass and a turnover. That's already 3 for the Pistons. Bryant. Aflalo stays right with him. He's got good size at 6'5" as Maxwell gets the rebound.
I expect to see Detroit go into a zone. We know Flip Saunders plays it from time to time. I did a game here last year, and they played zone exclusively as Rasheed gets an easy one. Bad gamble there by Kwame Brown. They played zone throughout the whole second half, and the LA Lakers looked like they'd never seen a zone before.
Well, it worked from the other night as Cook misfires. Wednesday night, the Pistons playing without 2 starters. Odom draws the foul. They played in Oakland against Golden State, and McDyess and Billups didn't play. They were down 22 in that game and switched exclusively to zone in the second half. Came back and beat the Warriors. As Odom will shoot 2.
Well, that's because they scored 111. And everybody's scoring against the Golden State Warriors these days. As I never thought I would say, they're waiting for Steven Jackson to come back.
It's been a tough start after that great run in the playoffs with the upset of Dallas in the first round. And there's Odom. Again, since '99, he started off with the Clippers. And there's so much talent. And if he's remained healthy, he's been a very productive player.
And for whatever the reason, it just hasn't really worked out with him and Kobe Bryant. And it's nothing against Lamar, because I think he's a terrific player. But for whatever the reason, it hasn't been a great duo.
Murray gets Fisher away. Can't connect. And here comes Bryant, who's done an excellent job rebounding in the early going, almost 8 per game. Approaching the midway point here of the first. Pretty good pace in the early minutes. Here's Cook. And he got hit. So Cook will go to the line. And that's one of the things Phil Jackson, he's got a lot of different. Maxwell picks up his second foul. He's got a lot of different options. The bench has been good, but hasn't really settled on a rotation yet. Some guys will start one night, not play a lot the next night. Still trying to figure it out. As you look at our NBA calendar, Saturday, NBA TV, Bulls and Clippers right here at the Staples Center. Next Thursday on TNT, Knicks and the Celtics, the Nuggets and the Lakers. Kobe Bryant got poked a little bit earlier, still bothering him a little bit. as we'll take a timeout. Well, overpassing, a bit of a problem for the Lakers, but not this time. Gorgeous feed. Kwame Brown the finish, and the Lakers in the early going with a 5-point lead. I'm just going to say this week, been pretty quiet lately, although this week one rumor came out. This was the rumor. As for the response, let's go to Rick. Okay. Here's where you can get into your whole thing about don't trade him. I think they're nuts to trade him. Yep. And then I'll go back with you about, but what if he makes it difficult? You know, we'll go back and forth on it. Midway first quarter in L.A., Lakers lead the Pistons by 5. The Kobe Bryant trade demands and the rumors have been a bit quiet past couple of weeks, although there was one report earlier this week, and it involved tonight's opponent. The rumored trade, according to a source from the radio station in Detroit, was that the Pistons would give up Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, Amir Johnson, and a first-round draft pick. That's quite a package. But was it true? Well, let's bring in Rick Bucher again. Rick?
I spoke to GM Joe Dumars right before tip-off, and he said, look, I called Mitch Kupchak about 3 days before the season started. We had a conversation. I did my due diligence. But will we not be trading for Kobe Bryant? We will not. Now, did they have interest? Yes. Did they hear Kobe isn't interested in going to Detroit? Yes. The interesting part is that while Kobe is playing great and that young front line is playing great, I was told today that as of now, Kobe's distrust in the front office remains, and he still would like to be playing for a championship elsewhere.
All right, Rick, thank you. He has not, as Cook knocks down another three. It's just he's not talking about it as much. And, you know, the whole thing, that's a pretty good package. Obviously, the Pistons aren't going to do that. But, John, your feeling about the whole thing, how do the Lakers deal with it? You know they don't want to trade him, but does he make it difficult where you almost have to?
Well, it's interesting, and obviously the way things are going right now is Lamar Odom strips Nazr Mohammed. I'm tired of hearing, what can we get for Kobe? Let's bring somebody in to join Kobe here. Now, these young players have played well for this team. Farmar, as we talked about, Radmanovich is feeling a little more comfortable this year. You have some pieces here, and I know Bynum's a guy that they really, really love. But you have some pieces that you can move.
Well, Mitch Kupchak has tried to make deals. He obviously has, but outside of Bynum, there aren't a lot of guys. Odom's name is always brought up in trade rumors, but Bynum is one guy that's almost been an untouchable. Of course, the Jason Kidd rumor was big last year that was close to happening. So are you saying, do you think maybe they bite the bullet and say, okay, let's trade Bynum and get a really good veteran?
I think they could do that. And Derek Fisher's a guy that's a veteran point guard who down the stretch of the season someone might need. You know, who knows? But I just don't think that a team's going to be able to mortgage their future and still be a contender and get Kobe Bryant. And I don't think the Detroit Pistons would be better off with Kobe.
As Ahmed on the miss, able to put it in.
I'd rather have Rip Hamilton and Tayshaun Prince than Kobe Bryant. And they still would be a contender with Kobe, but I like the way their team is made up with those two guys.
Nice feed from Bryant down low. The whole key really is how much pressure is Kobe Bryant putting on them behind the scenes now. Obviously, he put a lot of pressure as Prince goes flying in. He wants a foul call, asking Derek Collins. He's not going to get any support there. Let's take a look at the play. You think courtside seats are good? Easy. Out of contact, but let it go.
That's good hustle.
But that's the key, is how much pressure is he putting on in terms of saying, I still want out of here. That's because it can make it life difficult for an organization if that's the case. Odom, nice sweeping shot.
It doesn't seem to be affecting the play of the rest of his Laker teammates, and that's the most important thing. If it starts affecting the play of the other players, then something has to be done.
And they have played very well in the early going. Odom defending Prince. Two long-arm lefties. Flip Murray. Short. Cook had it, lost it. Ball tipped, but Fisher comes away. Muhammad took a shot in the throat there. Fisher to the basket. Won't go. Cook tried to follow. And here comes Prince. Tayshaun Prince to pull up. And Bryant. The rebound. Kobe Bryant without a field goal, but he has 3 assists already. Pass deflected by Murray. Bryant gets it back. Odom. And Wallace the rebound. And even though Kobe Bryant heard some boos earlier this season from the fans here, they do not want him to be traded. And the most dynamic player in the game.
Yeah, he only had 45 that night. He got booed to start the season.
Wallace way off the mark. Murray the rebound though. And the follow. Murray. He's 3 of 5 from the field. 6 points, but the Pistons trail by 8. Bryant. There's the rookie, Aflalo. Nazr Muhammad getting some early minutes again. No Antonio McDyess. Nice up and under move from Muhammad. Can't finish. Cook. And over the backboard. And we'll have a timeout. Turnovers right now hurting the Pistons. They've got 6. The Lakers have had the problems with that. Only 1. That's why they lead by 8 here in the first. Staples Center in Los Angeles. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Lakers lead at 22-14. Kobe Bryant, the only starter without a field goal, but his team playing well. But they're trying to obviously prevent him.
Well, he can be such a deadly facilitator as well as scorer. I mean, look at the attention that Kobe Bryant gets. Every time he touches the ball, all 5 Pistons know exactly where he is. And Brian Cook here is the trailer. Great 3-point shooter. Kobe finds him, he knocks it down. Kobe, in the end, has got to score the basketball, but he can be just as deadly when he passes it.
He's got 3 assists and 3 boards. More importantly, his team is up by 8. Last year, the Pistons did a very good job on him. He scored 19 in one game, 18 in the other. Both Detroit wins. Aflalo. And Mo Evans the rebound. More of the bench have come in. Jordan Farmar, Vladimir Radmanovic, and Mo Evans, along with Odom and Kwame Brown. A lot of options for Phil Jackson. Radmanovic to the basket and draws the foul. And this will be the 10th and 11th free throw for Phil Jackson's Lakers. Pistons have not been to the line yet.
Well, Radmanovic is feeling a lot more comfortable this year, I think. Shooting 52% from the 3-point line. Last year was just a miserable year for him. We all know about the snowboarding accident that, what did he claim? He fell down the stairs or?
Well, it was the separated shoulder. He refused to tell them initially and was fined $500,000.
So we'll just forget about last year, but this guy had some tremendous years up in Seattle, along with Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis, and kind of feeling a little bit better around here now and playing pretty well for this team.
This is his 2nd year with the Lakers. Played with Seattle and then the Clippers for 1 year. Very good scorer, good size. Here's Amir Johnson just in the game. Nice pass to Aflalo. And a couple of the young Pistons connect. It's amazing how everybody we talk to with Detroit, from Flip Saunders down to the veterans, they all talk about these young guys and the energy that they're bringing every night. Radmanovic hits a 3. 3rd 3-pointer of the game for the Lakers. And they're back up by 10.
Well, I think it's important that this bench plays. 2 years in a row, Eastern Conference Finals, knocked out in 6 games.
Prince to the basket. And he drew the foul.
And the starters just logged too many minutes. And Flip Saunders realized it. They went out and got Jarvis Hayes from the Washington Wizards. Flip Murray, still a guy around. Amir Johnson, now Aaron Aflalo, the first-round pick. So they've always had some big guys on the bench, but now they feel like they have some guards that can spell Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton.
There's Hayes, the former Wizard. I want to remind you, log on, visit NBA.com, where you can vote to send your favorite players to NBA All-Star 2008 in New Orleans. Don't delay. Vote daily in one of 20 languages on NBA.com. And what language will you vote in, John? You have your choice.
I'm going to go with Portuguese.
There you go.
Is that a language?
Mark goes inside, kicks it out. Radmanovic, good open look. And the ball knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Rasheed Wallace. Kwame Brown, his activity there forcing that. Bryant getting his first rest. Evans. Radmanovic the rebound. Farmar playing with a lot of confidence in his second year. Brown's follow won't go. Almost a steal from Kwame Brown. Prince pulling up. That's a soft touch.
Sudden roll. The Pistons not playing particularly well right here in the game, just down 6.
Prince with 6.6 boards. Brown, part of the three-headed center for this team. He's played the whole first quarter. Farmar knocks it down. 4th three-pointer of the opening period. And the Lakers up by 9. 4 for 7. 7 different Lakers have scored already.
Mike, this is a team that shoots 32% from the three-point line. Doing a great job tonight.
They've had the good looks. Flip Murray. Way off. And it goes out of bounds. And no Chauncey Billups. And Murray will play good minutes. Murray in his second year with Detroit. He's bounced around. As the quarter comes to an end. And the Pistons with just 20 points. Big problem, 6 turnovers. And defending the 3. Kobe Bryant without a field goal, but his teammates able to hit 3-pointers, 4 of 7 from downtown. First quarter complete here at the Staples Center in LA. And the Lakers with a 9-point lead. Flip Saunders and his Pistons down by 9. I think maybe they want to go home soon. They've got one more game on this trip in Sacramento on Sunday. Then they're home for a couple of weeks. But they've played well on the road. 4-2 so far, including 2-1 on this 5-game Western swing.
Always been a good road team as Rasheed Wallace travels.
Here, I got something for you. Rasheed Wallace. Now we've played 8 games. He doesn't have a technical.
You might have put the kibosh on him. He's a little upset right now.
Kibosh? How do you spell kibosh?
K-Y-B-O-S-H. The Chris Bosh kibosh.
And a foul call.
Uh-oh.
It can't happen that quickly. I think it's a K-I, isn't it?
I go with K-Y. I don't know.
Wallace talking. Wallace, another word for Derek Collins as he walks off. You know, you talk to the people around the Pistons, and he's played great basketball so far this season. They say that he was so disappointed in losing to the Cavaliers last year that he's come back with a vengeance. And we talk about certain players who hate to lose. As Bynum, his first shot, no good. Rebound, Maxfield. Rasheed Wallace is one of those. He's so competitive. He just hates to lose. And you say, you talk to the people on the team, he wants to come back and show everybody that this is still the best team in the East. Hamilton way off. And a jump ball.
I agree with you, but he lost his cool last year. And we saw it in the final game when he got thrown out. But he lost his cool throughout that series and resorted back to the immaturity and reacting to every call. And this guy is one of the most talented players we have in our league. There's no question about it. He could be the best power forward in the game, and he is at times.
Still, he's only 33. It's in his 13th year. He had his best game as a Piston earlier this season in terms of scoring, and he had 36. Hamilton, nice feed, and Maxiell. And that's what you want to see if you're the Lakers from Bynum. Contest that dunk. All right, you commit the foul, but you're not going to dunk on me.
Well, I was going to say that's what you like to see if you're the Pistons of Jason Maxiell. This guy tries to throw everything down. Played some great minutes for them last year, and they're expecting big things out of Jason Maxiell.
He won't. That's his pupil. Bynum is his pupil. As Maxiell goes to the line, you're going to hear a lot about Maxiell. He did a little bit last year, but this year even more. He's 24 years old. It's his third year in the league. He was born in Chicago, but he grew up in Texas. Played his college ball at the University of Cincinnati. Was a big-time shot blocker in college. Last year, started to play a little bit. And this year, he's going to be a big part of the rotation. Had a 14-point, 14-rebound, 5-assist, 3-block game on Wednesday night against Golden State. He filled the stat sheet.
Here's that zone I was talking about, Mike.
Bynum. Inside. Ooh. Bynum showing aggression at both ends of the floor. Wow. You could see Kareem was fired up. He's worked a lot with Bynum, trying to help him. Maxiell got hit. Mo Evans was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, how about Bynum here? Nice little sidestep, puts the ball on the floor, gathers himself, and right in the face of Jason Maxiell.
Close to a travel, but I think he did a pretty good job. That left, yep, he got the ball down first.
Man, he is long, isn't he?
Youngest player ever to play in an NBA game. He's an old man now. He's 20. Now in his third year in the league. Each year getting a little better, and he's off to a good start. He's averaging 10 boards a game so far this season. Shooting at 57%. Obviously, high percentage shots like those dunks. But still, he's starting to take those steps. You just want the consistency every night, the effort every night. Lakers by 7. Luke Walton getting his first minutes, and he's fouled by Hayes. Second team foul.
Luke Walton now moved to the bench since Lamar Odom has come back. And Luke got off to a tough start this year.
Kareem in his workout gear, helping out with Bynum.
Is that a new line?
Bynum short, gets another offensive rebound, and draws the foul. You know, we kid, but he really has worked hard with him. It's become his pet project. Bynum has really responded to him. As Maxiell has picked up his third foul.
Where's the sky hook? Could you imagine Bynum with a sky hook? How high he could get that thing? It would be an unstoppable move. And you know what? You never see anybody else shoot a sky hook. Have you ever seen anybody else put that in their repertoire? In all the years of the NBA, he's the only guy who shot the sky hook.
Every once in a while you see somebody try it, but it won't be on a regular basis.
Yeah, from half court, Metal Arc Lemon used to do it. But I mean, really, it's a weapon that no one else has ever used in the NBA.
Bynum not only working on his basketball game, he took up golf this summer. What do you mean?
Well, I'd hate to see how far he can hit a drive if he connects.
7-footer on the tee. Ball poked away by Evans. 2 minutes gone by in the second. Evans in and misses the jam, but draws the foul. Well, Evans, a former Piston, played with a lot of the guys currently on Detroit. We'll get 2 free throws.
I'm going to let you pronounce the name of my man who just fouled Maurice Evans. Cheek.
No, check.
Check. Sham?
Sam.
Check Sam. Check Sam.
Of the Senegal. Second round pick a couple of years ago of the Lakers. He's the one they traded for Mo Evans. Evans going in the deal. And Evans Good free throw shooter. Knocks a couple down. Lakers up by 11. And this is their largest lead. Lindsey Hunter's also in. Jarvis Hayes. Quick shot won't go. And Bynum the rebound. Bynum's come off the bench. Done a very solid job already.
The Lakers in a little half-court trap here to try to speed the tempo up. And it's been successful thus far.
And Radmanovich shot over the backboard.
A tough shot, fade away there from about 18 feet. Not the kind of look I'm sure Phil Jackson's looking for.
Rip Hamilton back in with 2 fouls. Lakers at times have been inconsistent on defense, but very active tonight. A lot of deflections and forcing turnovers. That's Detroit's 9th. Radmanovich for 3. Farmar chipping it, but can't control. Hunter, nice feed to Hayes. 9-point lead. Bynum in traffic, blocked by Amir Johnson, goes up, blocked again. Sam with the deflection. There's some crashing along the sideline here. Amir Johnson went crashing into a couple of people. Did a nice job. Made sure to check with them. Are you okay? A young girl. But some good hustle and some good activity here in the first half, John Barry.
2 blocks in a row here. Bynum, get it out of here, young fella. Not far from the University of Georgia up there in Athens. Nice little homecoming for Damian.
Blocked from behind, but a foul. Luke Walton. Looked like he got a piece. And Amir Johnson. Amir Johnson. Now here's the play. Watch Johnson go in. Watch the beverage go up. Whoa, right in the face. The little girl is okay. A little wet. Makeup running a bit. That's what you get when you spend, what, about, it's got to be $1,000, right? Those seats each.
I would think.
As Amir Johnson knocks down a couple. I like what he did. The play was still going on, and he made sure to check that the little girl was okay, and everybody, and then he got up and went down the floor. Farmar. Inside. Blocked. Sam again. And follow that time. Sam at 7-1 is causing some problems.
I was just going to say, you got to like the way this guy goes after every shot. He got a hit finger on that first ball.
He's played in Spain the past couple of years. As Lindsey Hunter can't hit, Sam deflects it to right to Farmar. Lakers lead by 10, despite the fact they're shooting 33% from the field. Bynum inside, blocked again. Woo. I think Johnson got it this time. But Johnson and Sam, again, the 2 young big men right now for Detroit, doing an excellent job defensively.
I'll tell you what, that's a whole lot of arms going up here. Look at these guys. 3 guys. 2 guys got a piece of that one, Mike.
Is that like a sack? You get a half a block? No, you get the full.
No, we're going to give it to one of them. But, man, that's a lot of long arms there down in the paint.
Odom. Walton with 5 on the shot clock. Tough shot. Hooks it in. No, they wave it off. 3-second violation. It's only the 2nd turnover for the Lakers compared to 9 for Detroit. Lakers have been averaging 18 turnovers a game. Again, that's 3rd worst in the league.
Kobe Bryant is back in the game, Mike.
Had a good long rest.
Awfully quiet tonight.
And his team's up by 10. Sam puts it in. How about that? Doing a little bit of everything.
Well, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing. So, as you said, played in Spain. Very active on the defensive end. It looked like a nice little jump shot there, mid-range.
Yeah, he was drafted a couple of years ago by the Lakers, but on draft night they traded him to Detroit for Mo Evans as Farmar with a hand in his face. And then got himself some strength and some experience playing in Spain for a couple of years. He's 7'1", about 140 pounds. Block! Oh, what a rejection. Murray back to Hamilton. Blocked by Walton. End-to-end action here. Oh, Odom with the ball fake. And the crowd fired up with some highlight plays.
Oh, Lamar Odom says, "You didn't see that one in Spain, my young fella." Great pump fake. Finishes with the dunk. And the Laker fans have come alive. Lakers by 10.
Six and a half remaining in the second. Ooh, that should have been a goaltend.
I agree.
Ball hits the backboard first, comes right back. Made sure that one counted. Odom with 11 points. When we come back, we'll talk with Chauncey Billups. Rick Bucher ready to ask him some questions. Lakers by 10. Friday night, Los Angeles, 6:32 remaining in the second. Check Sam and the young defenders doing a good job, but it's the Lakers by 10. Pistons, though, a little short-handed. No Chauncey Billups tonight. Chauncey's with our Rick Bucher.
I'm here with Chauncey Billups outside of the Pistons locker room. Dress protocol means that without a sport coat, you can't sit on the bench. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I ain't plan on being hurt, and I ain't bring a sports coat or a suit, so I got to sit back in the locker room and watch the game on TV like everybody else.
And exactly, what's that like, sitting in an empty locker room watching a game?
Oh, I hate it, man, because of course I want to be out there cheering my guys on and encouraging our young guys that's out there getting an opportunity, but, you know, I encourage them at halftime and when they come back in.
What did you feel in your knee the other night in Portland?
Well, it was just a little different. I've never had any knee problems, so I just felt, you know, it just felt a little tweak, and when I got back out there, it felt a little unstable, so just trying to err on the side of caution right now and just try to get it right.
As with the offseason moves in Boston and their strong start, that is all the talk of the Eastern Conference. People are looking past the Pistons. Is that a mistake in your mind?
Well, I mean, you know, you got to give them credit. They're playing great, you know, and personally, you know, we like to be in this role where we can get back to hunting people down. And you know, the last few years, people have just thought it was just only one team in the Eastern Conference, and that was us. And we haven't been to the finals since then. So we're back in our regular position where we can hunt teams down.
And why do you feel that this team could get to the finals where last year's couldn't?
Well, I feel like our last year's team could, but we didn't. But this year, you know, we got some youth in our coming off the bench, and we got guys that, you know, are going to be able to let guys like myself and Rip and She and Tayshaun sit down for some extended minutes, hopefully this year.
All right, that's Chauncey Billups sitting back with the popcorn in the locker room. Mike.
All right, Rick. Signed that big $60 million deal in this offseason. Great to see him back with the Pistons. Look forward to seeing him back on the court. He missed a couple of pretty spectacular plays while he was talking to Rick. First, Jarvis Hayes made some nice moves, and then Kobe Bryant with that superb play. Bynum up and under. Another offensive board. Blocked by Sam, but a goaltend.
That ball was going to be short. But again, Sam going after everything. It looked like this ball was going to be short, Mike. I don't know. What do you think?
It's pretty close.
Might have hit the front rim, and that's all it needs to do. It was on its way down.
Sam, the 23-year-old, getting some nice minutes, showing Flip Saunders and the Pistons what he can do. Very active. Hayes for three. It's good. Jarvis Hayes is a guy a lot of people don't know. It's his 5th year in the league. Played his college ball at Georgia. First 4 year with the Wizards. But he had some real severe knee problems for a couple of years. But when he's been healthy, he can score. And he's got 11 points in 8 minutes off the bench.
He's got the last 9 for the Pistons with some great one-on-one moves. Showed his ability to knock down the three-point shot. You know, I got a chance to work out with Jarvis in the Atlanta area in the off seasons when I decided to go down and work out, which is few and far between. But Jarvis is a guy that impresses me. Great strength. Can play in the post, ability to put the ball on the floor and knock down three-point shots. He's going to be a big factor for this Piston team coming off the bench.
He's got good size at 6'8". But he broke his right knee back in March of 05, and it took him well over a year, and to have surgery again the following year.
broke his knee. Is that what you said? I've never heard someone say he just broke his knee. He just had knee problem. He broke his knee.
Kneecap area. But he did he played 81 games last year, but wasn't fully back to it. Very close to 100% now. Sam wants the ball. 44-38. Hamilton short on the three. A couple of years ago, he led the NBA in three-point shooting. He's not shooting as many since then.
How about one field goal between Rip Hamilton and Kobe Bryant right now?
Sam the rebound. Kobe Bryant, 1 for 5. Flip Murray blew the layup.
Pretty move, though.
Bryant still can't get one to fall. And Odom, the offensive rebound inside. Lots of contact. Odom stays with it. Big first half for Odom. 14 points and 6 boards.
Detroit just getting outworked right now. Plain and simple. They're out shooting the Lakers. But the Lakers have 6 or 7 more shot attempts. And just playing harder. Disrupting the Pistons offense. And the LA Lakers seem like they want this game more right now.
Prince steps back. Tayshaun Prince drills it. Rasheed Wallace set to come back in. Derek Fisher also back in for the Lakers. Under 3 minutes to go in the second. In a 6-point Laker lead, they've been up by as many as 11. They've led the entire first half. Kobe Bryant lost it. Hamilton to Prince for an easy 2. Phil Jackson, that gets him up. I think he wants a timeout. Yep. So the Lakers have led most of the way, getting up by double figures, a good portion. But the Pistons shooting the ball pretty well. 51% from the field. And Tayshaun Prince, whatever's needed of him on a nightly basis, he usually gives them. 10 points for Prince. Pistons within 4. Thank you, Stuart. You want to see the 2 leading scorers for our respective teams in the second game of our doubleheader. We've done a lot of scoring so far. We've done more distributing than scoring. It's both trying to find the range in the early going, although Hamilton had a couple of quick fouls, so he didn't play a lot. Kobe Bryant doing a good job facilitating. But how about the Celtics again?
Yep.
They are so fired up in Boston through their opening night.
Mike, I'm waiting to see them play a legitimate team. I'm not going to take anything away from them. They played great. But I want to see what happens when they go down to San Antonio and have Phoenix come into their spot.
2 on the shot clock. And rebound by Jarvis Hayes. Yeah, and they have, obviously it's a long way to go, but you can only play the people on your schedule. So far they've beaten everybody.
Well, what's really impressive to me is the way they're defending. And that's Tom Thibodeau, assistant coach they brought in. And they're buying into his defensive packages. Flip Murray gets up there and throws it over.
Thibodeau has been Jeff Van Gundy's longtime assistant, both in New York and in Houston. Terrific defensive mind. And he has certainly helped out Doc Rivers. But Thibodeau will also be the first one to tell you it's easy to improve your defense when Kevin Garnett is now anchoring the defense.
They're number 1 in points per game at 87.
Bryant,
a heck of a number.
Misses the 3. And that's the thing about Garnett. You know, obviously such a talent, but you forget what a terrific defender he is. Hamilton. First field goal for Hamilton. And after trailing by 11, Pistons are going to come back to tie the game.
Well, we spent some time with Doc Rivers, you and I, and what did he say? I can't get this guy off the floor in practice. He goes at it 110% at all times.
Odom misses on the 3. Pistons once again showing their usual poise. That's been one of the strengths for this team. Doesn't matter how many points they get down. They just slowly continue their game plan. Working hard, unselfish. Jarvis Hayes off the mark. Final half minute of the second quarter.
Well, that's what impresses me about the Detroit Pistons. It doesn't matter who it is. In the 8 games this year, they've had 5 different leading scorers. And that's the way they play.
And they don't care who scores. They just want to get the win. Odom. And a foul on the pass. Pistons in the penalty, so Odom will shoot with 11.4 remaining. Jeff Senham has been one of the stories in the first half.
I was just going to say, what a pleasant surprise for Flip Saunders. You got this guy out here doing what he was doing tonight, showing the activity, going after every ball, showed he could shoot a jump shot, he runs the floor well. We just found out he's one guy deeper than he thought. So a deep team already.
And Saunders has said, as they call a 20-second timeout, that he is going to play these kids during the regular season. Got a lot of veterans who could use a little time off once in a while during the long regular season. We'll take a quick break, come back and finish up the second quarter. Rasheed Wallace and the Pistons have slowly gotten back into the game, trailing by 1. As Lamar Odom will shoot. Odom, terrific first half, 15 and 7. Lakers from the free throw line. Excellent job. 16 of 19. Not shooting well from the floor in the second quarter, or for the first half for that matter. Final seconds, Hamilton just gets it off. And off the back of the rim. That will end the first half. Kobe Bryant just 1 of 8 from the field. But he did have 4 assists, set up his teammates, played some good defense. Meanwhile, Rip Hamilton just 1 of 5 from the field. As the Pistons, down by as many as 11, came back and tied it up. But it's the Lakers right now with a 2-point lead, much to do because of the play of Lamar Odom, who's Rick Bucher.